Hi guys, welcome to the Sri Lankan Geek Talk Show. As usual, today we'll be joining with me, Sumudu, Isuru, and Ishank. So before starting off, so yesterday was postponed. So Isuru, did you visit to any dancers or did you make any festival decorations or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. Yes. So not the decorations, but
Went to dancer.
no, actually, I went to Goal on Poson in the morning. So when I'm going back and forth, I saw a lot of dancers on my way. Actually, like what I noticed is like the number of dancers are higher than the Vesak. I think after the Vesak, people
Got motivated.
have been motivated. Yeah, been motivated. There were a lot of small dancers, but like even in front of gates, in front of small buildings, there were a lot of dancers. Yeah. Ishank,
Yeah.
how about
Ishank was missing in our last podcast also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that you guys posted me there. Still, I'm not planning to take my wedding for the record.
It's still available. All the girls who listen to this podcast, Ishank is still available. Okay, so to start our podcast, I think I have a good question in my mind. So I think it's a first year student. Yeah, one of the first year student in one of the famous IT university in Sri Lanka called me last week. So his question was, what should he selected for his career? He has like a lot of questions in his mind, like whether to select software engineering, whether to select network engineering, cyber security, like those. So
Is it the career stream or the education stream in the campus?
I think it's education stream. So actually, so he has to like find the career path to select his stream. So at the end, like he selected two, software engineering and cyber security, and he was struggling which stream that he should select and which stream that he should select for his career as well. So he's asking me what will be the future in software engineering, will there are any opportunities, what like will there be any opportunities in Sri Lanka, like if he wants to go abroad, is cyber security is good enough like to get a job in a foreign country. There are a lot of questions. So first I told him do software engineering, because even he learns software engineering in his degree, he can, like if he is interested in cybersecurity, he can do several certifications parallel. And even though he selects cybersecurity stream, like most of the things are covered in software engineering as well. But his argument was, since the AI is revolutionizing one year by year, so will there any development or actual software engineering opportunities in the future? So he thinks the cybersecurity will be there. Like in cybersecurity, there will be a lot of opportunities than software engineering. So what you guys think? What should I tell you?
So from my perspective, the AI will also impact the cybersecurity stream as well, right? So similar to the software engineering side, I don't think any of the fields will reduce the amount of requirement due to the advancement of AIs. So overall, like at the end, I think there will be more new fields created due to the introduction of AI in to the IT industry. So I think that, like from my perspective, there won't be any change in the job requirements perspective. So that's my
Yeah,
opinion on it.
most
So
probably,
it will be
yeah,
similar
yeah.
to what it is currently. So as I am aware of, the requirement for cybersecurity is comparatively little bit less and a little bit harder to obtain than software engineering, right? Is it? So that's
Yeah,
my
yeah. Even now it's
opinion.
like
Yeah,
that.
because like it's cybersecurity is the like more specialized stream when it comes to software engineering. There are full stack development, front end, back end,
Yeah,
and even DevOps also like now come under software engineering stream, right? So and there are new other teams being created in the development industry. So there is a lot of like things to explore if we do software engineering, and under software engineering umbrella there are a lot of things. So even I think the cybersecurity side also comes under software engineering. So the first suggestion you gave was absolutely the most correct one, I believe, because if we do the software engineering degree, there are a lot of opportunities, and also we get the like opportunity to pursue the cybersecurity path as well as a software engineer. That's my opinion on it. Shankar, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But currently there are like so many graduates are coming out from universities. In recently, a lot of like so many people are choosing this IT field as their future occupation. So I think that will be a small effect on the job market when it seems like there are so many graduates are coming out here, like from I think from IIT also. Now, previously there were two badges, and now they take 3 badges and for a year. So like that, all the universities have increased the graduates may increase their capacity in these IT field, IT degrees, and that could be a effect to the future job market as I see.
Like
yeah,
it
yeah. That,
can like it will increase the competition. So now the IT industry is highly competitive. So it's difficult to get a. It's not that difficult, but when it compares to the previous days, it's difficult to get land on a good job. But I think like when it comes to Sri Lanka, there is a huge competition for other fields also, as I'm aware of. So,
yeah. So, like I can add something to what Ishanka said. Like, even though there are a lot of competition, uh, I have a good example. Like at the beginning of the IT industry, even in Sri Lanka, like when the software engineers coming out from the university, they are more targeted to develop softwares. So the people who develop, like, but still in the life cycle of the software, we have QA, project management, and DevOps. There are a lot of like teams involved in the software lifecycle. So at the beginning, even this testing, this QA, like was very in like very basic stage. Like they were doing manual testing, and the people who do these testing is not the IT graduates. They are just the people who are selling this software, or customers. Like they are very like primitive testing they have done. But later in this stage, since there are a lot of IT graduates coming out from the universities, they have a lot of opportunities for QA, DevOps, even IT project management. So even the project management also, it differentiate than the other industries and the IT industry, because definitely for the project managers who worked in IT industry, they need some knowledge in IT to understand the requirements, to understand the what team does, like those. So due to this high traffic coming out from this university, like it kind of makes easier to get adapt to this software life cycle, and like everyone who coming out from the university is not developers. Like some people are going to QA, some people are going to DevOps, some people are going to the business analyst, some people are going for project management. Likewise, there are a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
So even in the future, if like definitely there will be competition, but parallelly there will be a lot of opportunities in future as well.
I also agree on that. So with the introduction, even with the introduction of AI, there will be a few more steps added to the software development life cycle. So there will be few more teams created and more opportunities for software engineers to choose from in the career path. Like I saw even now itself, like there are teams which are integrating OpenAIs into like existing software cycles. So then there comes new fields such as data scientists and data engineers who are not like which didn't have any open positions earlier in that in primitive like simple level software.
Excellent. Yeah, that one like data engineering. Yeah, that another area
Yeah.
that whose people are willing to work after the SC like IT degrees.
So what did you suggest at the end?
Yeah.
What was your answer?
Yeah, so I gave him an example. I'll tell the example to you guys as well. So one of my friend entered to this QS job in the sense like quantity surveys. Like they are the one who creating and manage all the materials and the cost and everything for any constructions, building construction, so what roads, building construction. So few years back, for a single project, let's say one goal phase, there were like 100 to 150 QS engineers were involved. Like there are a lot of QS leads, like a software development project. Like there were a lot of team involved in like measuring the materials, calculating the cost and everything. So but now what he said was, because of the software that they use, software tools, not the AI, software tools, like one goal phase size of a project can be handled by 10 QS engineers. Like the number of QS engineers involved are less. So and the outcome, the reports that they generate, the calculations, a lot of things are done automatically by software tools. So everything can be most of the things are handled by the software tools, and lot of I think softwares are also in cloud, like as I remember. Like they were accessed by multiple teams. Like because of these tools, the number of QS engineers are reduced. So but still the company, due to that, the company now cater 10 to 20 projects at once. Like previously the maximum capacity the company had was like 5 projects due to the limitation of the employees, but now the existing employees can work 20 to 30 kind of a scale, and the efficiency and the outcome results, like everything was like improved. So So what I told him was to the student that asked this question. So likewise with the AI, the maybe the number of engineers that worked in a single project may be reduced, but there will be lot of opportunities in the future, and I don't think the software engineering job or the job role will be obsolete. So definitely there will be lot of improvements even in the existing softwares. Like let's say now most of the time we are using bank applications, even like social applications, like social media applications like YouTube, Netflix. No, Netflix is not social media, sorry. Facebook, those kind of things, like they are also improving like every day. So definitely there will be a lot of opportunities and there are a lot of projects in the future. So if we develop the right skill, definitely there will be opportunities. So I told him to select software engineer, like IT, and when it's come to his end of fourth year, we can like identify like which area that he should select as his career. But doing IT is the best option as of now.
So, and also like at the end of the day, we should be able to like adapt to the future. So like we can't be sure like software engineering will be there forever. So if something comes along the way, we'll have to adapt to it. So that's the nature of life.
Yeah, exactly. I think Ishanka was not there, but I think
Kodak
at the season 1 we talk about this, right? So
we need to like carefully adapt and improve ourselves daily. So that's the thing.
Exactly. So
what did he say? Like the student, what was his response?
Like he didn't like exactly like he was okay with my suggestion, but I didn't follow up with him like what did he what he did. Like like I know even in the first year there are a lot of subjects and streams, but parallelly at least there should be one subject. I don't know whether it's a subject or a practical session, like that which helps the students to identify his skill set, his or her skill set, because like honestly like we have to face the reality. Some people are not good with development, and some people are not good with project management. So everyone has some skills which suitable to these kind of career paths. So if the students could understand their skill set and realize the best career path that they could proceed, like that really helps to his future, his or her future. Because I think Ishanka and myself like know a good example that there are some interns in some teams, like for like their intention to be developers, but their skill set and their attitudes are not suitable for that. Like they should realize that. If we can help them to realize that in the first year of the universities, actually like it will be a excellent help for their careers.
So like I have been also like thinking on it. So the thing is we can't properly like guide a person through it, right? So like there's a saying like until you get into the water you can't swim. So at the first year level, like how would you suggest like so, to like help
Like
yeah.
in like okay, now we three has gone 3 different universities. Any one of us like did we had any understanding about IT industry careers, like the QA engineers, what QA engineers do, what the PM does, what the DevOps does, what the software engineer does in our first years?
No, that's a good point. Yeah, no.
No, right? We learn English. We learn like couple of
Maths and
maths.
yeah.
We learn couple of pseudocodes. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. And some queries. Like we learned those, but we never knew like what could be end of this degree,
Yeah.
and what is the swimming pool that we are going to swim.
Yeah, that's true. Like we got a like exposure to that only during the internship. So
Exactly. Now, even in my when I am doing the IT degree, there were no any this internship programs in my degree. Luckily, you guys had.
yeah, so only at around like 30 only we got to know like there are different positions. Like at the beginning of a software engineering degree, there should be at least one session explaining the job roles, right? So we can
Exactly.
I think, but like
Exactly.
most of the software engineering students target to be a software engineer. That's the like end goal of the degree, right? So that's my my thought is like the people who can't make it to software engineering selects other paths. So now there are people who are like intentionally going to other streams, like other career paths.
Like it should be like that, no? Now, like the
For like
the-
BAs and PMs, there is different degree stream, right? So in our campus, we had product management and like I think a degree stream called BIS, business something, business information systems or something. So all the like people who did that were into business management, product management, and all. So the people who did computer science were into UI UX, like game development, those sort of thing, which like it had like heavy on maths and stuff. So the people who did SC like mostly who like to be developers, and I'm not sure whether there are any like streams that are focusing on QAs and all, no, right? So it's simply SC degree, I think.
no.
Yeah.
Ishanka, in the university that you attend, like, were there any streams, like multiple streams?
Yeah, there are 3 different streams in computer science department: computer engineering, computer science, and software engineering. Most of the like computer engineering students went to cloud engineering, DevOps, that side, and computer science ones, most of them went to software development roles, and as Samudra said, like game development and those kind of fields. And software engineers, most of some software engineers went to developer, and some of our students went to PM roles and those kind of like PM and BA roles as well. And from three degree programs, some of them went to QA roles as well.
Now
Okay, so this stream is selected like in the middle of the degree, or like it was totally separate?
No, in the middle of the degree. As I remember, after the second year, we are divided those streams, and we have like some subjects are common, and some subjects are like about those separate streams.
That's good, right? Sumudra? Like normally once the basic things are taught, we can specialize. Even I can remember third year or fourth year there were a subject for QA as well. Like we had to write test cases,
Yeah. We also
unit
had
test. Yeah.
We didn't
Oh,
have
okay.
yeah.
We had.
And now our campus like offers a lot of other streams as well, like AI, data mining, something like that. There are a lot of streams. I'm not sure like how they are. So like when I was doing SC and CS had common sub modules in first and second year. I think in second year few optional modules were different. In final year most of the subjects were different from those two streams. But first year was same for SC and CS. For like business side of things, they had totally different modules.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
That's about it.
like similar to the expanding of IT industry, the courses and the degree programs also expands. They also evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be evolve. you know the fastest evolving degree like honors, like I mean the university. Which university
in Sri Lanka
evolves
or
in Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka? No idea.
Motor.
If the metric goes other way around,
Everyone thinks Morato, but Morato is the last one.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, you still go and check the contents and everything. They're still very old. And I think 2 years back there were some complaints from the students, and then after they updated a few subject streams.
Then which one was the first?
I don't know. I just wanted to roast Morato. Okay, I think now we discussed like in season 1 like what are the best careers or the how they affect in the software engineering, blah blah blah, and also we talk about a lot of the things related to this project based and the service based software companies, isn't it, Sumudu?
Yeah.
So I think Sumudu now experiencing multiple categories of companies. Sumudu, what do you think?
Yeah, so the current company I'm working is it's not a product company, or it's not even a service company. So like we do have products, but currently we are like I am working as an outsourced employee from our company to like other companies. So
we talked
about
we
that.
discussed
also.
these things
Yeah.
as well. Eh?
We
Outsourcing.
mentioned that as well, as I can remember in the first season. So like I earlier worked in a product based company, so moving out from that and currently working in this company, like in a nutshell I would like to say it's like a little bit chaotic. And so when we try to like work, they try to put us to multiple clients, and like like I can't blame the company, but they try to get the best of us and try to like earn all the money from us. That's in nutshell. So it depends. So like we have a great opportunity in that company. So currently now I'm working with 2 clients full time, and that's a huge opportunity like for me in personally, because I need to balance 2 clients, and I has the ability to like manage them and represent our company in their company. So and also they are like totally from different regions in the world, so I get the opportunity to communicate with them, develop with them, brainstorm with different people around the world who like earlier like there are some people from countries which I never knew like they existed before. So like that's a great opportunity actually. So like if we are to directly go and do any employment within a company, so it's really hard to get such opportunities. So it's so it's different type of company and a different type of exposure. So every experience is worth, like someday it will be worth it. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to like tell you. Like the company's behaviors and the way they do the business is different, and so we can't expect say the same environment in every company. So yeah, so it's like when you drive a defender or defender, like it's not very comfortable, but you can go off-road or like everywhere. And when you drive a Benz, it's very comfortable and it can only drive in carpet roads. Likewise, the environment, the experience you are getting, the things you see are totally different in different companies.
So like we need to, like before, like as a advice, so before changing companies we need to do a research. So I knew where I was going and what I was stepping into, so that we need to do. But I think we need to get like having exposure in different types of environments would be beneficial at some point in our future. So we are like we can make sure like we have made it through, so we can survive at anywhere. So that's one thing. In like when from my experience, so in product based companies they like think about the employees a lot and we have a freedom little bit, but when it comes to projects and these outsourced type of companies, so it becomes just, sometimes it feels like it's just a clog in a huge machine.
Exactly. What else we are going to talk about?
In the beginning of the podcast, you told like you had 2 questions, right? We only talked about one.
What's the other one?
Actually, the other one is kind of stupid.
No worries, only we are listening. So
Let's talk about that.
Ishanka, you know, Sumudu has bought the latest iPhone.
Really? 14 Pro Max?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, Sud.
I bought it yesterday. On the post on Friday.
Oh, really?
Didn't have anything to do, so I went and bought a phone.
Nice. How was the
So my
iPhone?
question was,
How was the phone? Did you explore that? What that special feature they have released on that 14? Dynamic Island.
Dynamic
right?
Island.
Yeah.
Dynamic Island.
So it doesn't feel any difference because like I was using already a Pro Max, which is 11 Pro Max, and this is also just like the dimensions and everything is similar.
Same.
The only thing is it's little bit thicker and little bit heavier. Other than like the transferring process was seamless, so everything that I like from start to end, all the settings that I had made in my previous phone were transferred to here seamlessly. Because of that, like it doesn't feel any difference. So other than it being a little bit bulky and the promotion is little bit noticeable. Other than that, like it's the same phone. So I think that in that way, like Apple has like their effort in making the process seamless and continuity is in a next level. So even the phone which was 3 years old and when it is compared to this, like the performance and everything is like totally in this like in a similar way. So that only change in the appearance is that promotion display and that the dynamic island part. So other than that, it's quite similar. Everything is similar. So they have like made it through the they have optimized their softwares in a way so that same experience is given to the person who is using the latest phone or the person who is using an old phone. So
Yeah, so my question was based on this. Like, now in this podcast, I have one Apple fan and one Android fan. Hard fans.
I'm not saying I'm a fan. I just like its simplicity. That's all.
but like basically you use everything that Apple has made, I guess. watch pad, phones, everything. Buds, everything is Apple. And for Ishanka, like watch pad, phone, everything is Android. So like tell me like build up your arguments. Like, now if I'm going to buy a mobile phone, like you like both of you don't know anything about me, like the background, the things that I am do whatsoever. Like, what is your recommendation? Like, should I go to Apple or Android?
So in case of Apple, like they have built an ecosystem around it, so you should be able to spend some cash. So not only for the phone, you should be willing to spend some money to make that ecosystem. At least you need to buy an AirPod or anything, so something like that. And also even to like properly listen to music or to back up the phone properly, you will have to pay for some subscription services in Apple side, so that comes with the cost. So if you are willing to like bear such costs, I would say buying an Apple phone would be good, because it's like everything is already set up, so you don't have to go manually and configure anything in the camera. So out of the box everything is there. But if you don't want to spend money and if you want to like tinker things around by yourself, then I would say go for Android. So it all depends on like the main experience in Apple depends on the other like equipments that we work on. So if you have a MacBook, then it's totally like 90% go. It says to go for an iPhone, because it would be easier. There is a continuity process. We can transfer files from the Mac and the iPhone easily. We can share things, stuff. So even all the calls and everything will be synced easy. So if you are not using any of the Apple products, and if the phone is the first Apple item, so that would be a tough choice between Android and Apple. So the more percentage would be towards an Android if you are not in the Apple ecosystem already. So and also if you are buying Apple, you need to like to get the best experience, you need to spend some money. So you can use without any those cloud services, so without paying for them. There are ways around it, but to get the most like intended experience out of an Apple product, you should be willing to spend some. That's my view on that. What do you think, Ishan?
Yeah, as Sumadhu said, like if you are going to Android, like if you are like you are using cracked softwares or cracked softwares, and like Android has so many we can install separate softwares for Android without paying, and that's the one advantage in Android. And like if we can use the Android device as a like same as a computer, like in the high-end devices, like some phones has the computing power more than like my laptop. So my laptop or machine, those phones have no more computing power. So as like if you want to use if you are using the mobile phone as as a computer, so you can do anything you want. Like you can install that software, so you can like root the device and you can get full access to the device. So those kind of things we are capable with Android devices. So I recommend, if you are like advanced mobile user, like you are going deep in mobile in your mobile, so then you can, I recommend you the Android device. Otherwise, like when it when it like sees from the software end, I think Apple is step ahead. Like their phones are like fully optimized and not like Android. Like Android are like Android is released and Android OS is used by different users. So for those use of those software and the mobile devices are manufactured from different companies. So that's like those both are like not optimized like Apple, but in Apple you have more advantages like that, as I said earlier. So that's my recommendation. If you are hard like going deep in mobile phones, I will recommend Android. Otherwise, if you want like if you have the full ecosystem, Mac and iWatch and Apple, then it would better to go to Apple device.
So basically, like if you're buying a phone to do the phone things, simply like making a call, listening to music, and taking a photo, then
Yeah.
I recommend Apple. But if you want to hack into other servers to run some kernel code or anything, then if you want your photos to get leaked to the web, use Android.
Okay, so now even in Android, I think like Sumudhu said, there are few premium services that we can buy for the clouds.
Yeah, even like
music
Samsung
streams.
supports Samsung Cloud and stuff, and Google One subscription service is there, right?
So both of you have discussed about softwares. Both of you haven't discussed about the hardwares.
So hardware nowadays, like I think it's quite like similar, right? So even the camera quality and stuff. So it all comes to when it's deciding whether it's iOS, like Android or iPhone. I think it comes towards software, but like from like repairability and availability of parts and that, iPhone is like in the expensive side, I think, when compared to Android phones. Other than that, I don't think like hardware should be one of the main deciding factors. So, like from my perspective, that's, I think like now both the hardware has like reached to a level where it's similar. What do you suggest, Shankar, are you with us?
Yeah, I also agree for that. The hard like the issue in the optimization was like, however, when we discuss about the pixel, I think it's like pretty much optimized like Apple devices, like they are not using high end like more like Samsung. They are not using their camera setup and those kind of things like Samsung. They use bit lower camera setup and all the things, and but they anyway they give you the output as like in some aspects they are giving you the more output, like more optimized output more than Samsung. So
Yeah, I also heard that even though it's a lower range mobile phone, its outcome is like like close to the flagships.
I think they have like in their like tensor chip, right?
Yeah.
So they have like dedicated a part for AI processing as well. So the whole phone is assisted by an AI, so it boosts when it requires, and even photo side is like totally processed by AI to make it appealing. So yeah, I think it's like more towards the software. So when it's come to deciding on a phone, but in terms of Android, so there are a lot of range, right? So in iOS, like in iPhone, there is only a little diversity around the phone. So everything starts at least around more than 800 US dollars, right? But in Android, the amount you spend, so based on your budget also, so that's also a deciding factor.
So like if now I think like now let's say some company has created an very high-end health sensor, like as an example, the sensor detects the blood pressure and everything, like those. So the opportunity to integrate this kind of a sensor that built from a totally different company, it's much open for Android, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Apple, they want to make everything perfect and seamless, right? So they do test around it. They try to make it seamless. Like most of the features which are already in Android for around 5 to 10 years only. Like once it is like fully referred and like fully made to a way that it's suitable for like Apple level, only they will integrate to the phone. Other than that, they will like keep on it. So still, like iPhone doesn't have under-screen touch sensors, like fingerprint sensors.
And
Because,
I can
like,
remember another
yeah.
feature, that battery percentage feature.
yeah, that came recently.
Oh, what? Battery percentage?
No, battery percentage is like earlier when with the notch design. So in earlier phones, before the notch and before like this aspect ratio, they showed the percentage in normal view. But once in the notch design, we have to like slide down in order to see the battery percentage. But now, like in the latest iOS version, inside the battery, they are showing the percentage. So, like they are refining it to a way like it feels that Apple premium chip. So until that, so they will not add any features to it. So still, Apple doesn't have a foldable phone because like still like there are many problems in folding devices, right? Even though there are multiple iterations in Samsung and Huawei phones, so still there is a like there is no way to add water resistance or dust resistance to them. So I think Apple is doing R&D to figure out the way to like jump all the hoops. I'm not sure. So
Yeah, even though it's like as you said, the water resistance, like before Apple brings this IP65, right? IP65, like there are multiple Android devices already had this IP65.
As I remember, the first
ratings.
one had that was Xperia V or something like that.
Yeah. Sony,
Sony
yes.
Xperia.
But it had some heating issues, right? So I can remember there were some thermal issues. So like all the time, like iPhone is late to the game. So they like in the latest phone only they had increased the megapixel count also in the main camera, as I can remember.
Yeah.
Before that, it was they were still using that 12 megapixel fine-tuned camera. So, I think like they will be open for that third-party integration, like the usage of third-party sensor. The iPhone, as I can remember, they use Samsung OLEDs, right? Still they are using.
Samsung. Samsung.
And even I think the sensors are from Sony, like camera sensors in most of the phones, they are from Sony. Lenses and all. So, and like I have a question for Isuru. So you also recently switched to a new Android phone, right? So how was the setup and transfer process?
Better than the previous one, because this is my third Android phone. Like when I bought my second Android phone, the transition is kind of messy. Like there were no such a way to transfer all my applications and accounts to my new device. But when I switched to the latest phone, actually it was quite easy. Like it only took 30 or 35 minutes. Like from the images to songs, apps, everything was transferred. And
all the settings and all, including
all the settings, even the background.
So your phone was rooted, right? So even then it's supported, is it?
Even that, even with the rooted access, like it worked.
Nice. So like now they have
Yeah.
they are like catching up with Apple in software perspective as well. Earlier I can remember it
So
was
for-
like pain, so we had to manually fill all the data and all that.
Yes. So I also quite surprised, like like everything, like even like the settings that I have done, everything was transferred. The transferring was quite smooth. I don't know whether it's both of the devices are Samsung.
I think so, like Samsung.
Yeah, maybe Samsung to Samsung, but maybe if I move to a Sony or whatever the other companies, like I don't know how it works, but within the Samsung, it was quite smooth. Okay, so I think
All your questions were answered.
we have covered all the stupid and smart questions. Like, I think it's almost more than 50 minutes now.
Yeah. So
What
at,
do we
like
do?
when it comes to the Android Apple battle, I think it's at the end of the day it's just personal preference. So now both of them like have similar features. So it's so we can like jailbreak an iPhone also and do like go around and tinker stuff. So it's just personal preference at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, then I think we are good to wind up for today, right?
Yes.
Hopefully we'll be able to record another session in the next week.
Actually, like we so the best, I think, the honestly, the practical way is twice a month, right? Not every week. What you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree.
Yeah, I am available like in most of the Sundays for the recording, but
We'll see.
Yeah.
So if everyone was free on Sundays, like we will do.
most of the
every
time I
week,
will
but
be free,
okay. But I think the practical scenario,
we
can commit to this twice a month.
will not be able to like maintain the consistency. Like in some months we meet 4 times, in some we meet 2. So it's better to like stick to like 1 week,
Once,
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay then, yeah.
Okay, so
Like so as usual we'll be uploading this same episode in YouTube as well. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment and subscribe to our channel as well. So let's meet you again in like whenever we record it. So but guys, yeah, thank you for listening.
hopefully from another 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
see you
bye.
guys. Bye bye.